Hello, welcome to teamfortress.tv with Admirable, Spin and Sideshow. We're here for the ETF2L Season 18 powered by TT Sports Premiership Week 6 fixture. It is Lazy Pandas versus Publiclir.se, the former Saint. It's going to be Pro Viaduct, Snake War, Spin. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's good to be back. And obviously casting with one of the greatest casters ever to grace our game.
One of the greatest? Come on, man.
I'd give that joint honour to DJC. The Admirable DJC combo was spectacular.
Fuck that guy, where is he now? Well, tell me, where have you been? What brings you back to TF2?
I actually visited Snip over the last couple of weeks when visited him when he was out in Spain, and he's should be coming back to the game as well, so hopefully we're going to make it to see him and play in or around the top of TF2. You know, I was never very good when I was playing a lot, and I've taken a year out, so we'll see when I come back. And
are you planning to attend I-52 perchance?
It's possible. I spoke to a few people about making a team for it, but I'm not sure. It depends who's attending and so on. But I hear that are both of these teams attending? I know Saints are planning to for the LAN. I think they're taking their full lineup.
Yeah, that's why they've changed their name recently. Of course, I think they used to play as the Publiclir Saints, but now they're back with this org, and I believe it is so that they can attend I-52 and represent them there, represent Sweden. So that's interesting. I'm not really sure what Hildreth's intentions are, but I would imagine he's going to be at I-52. I don't know if they're playing or not, but I would hope to. I've enjoyed seeing Highlander players stepping into the Prem this season. Both these teams have got a lot of high-level Highlander players actually. Denia Onkaya playing for Killswitch. Then of course Hypander, you've got Hildreth and Zub and Mookie then on that other team I hate. I can't even remember the name. That's how much I literally mean to me. That'll come to me anyway, Spin. Tell me about your thoughts on this game.
With the Highlander teams these days.
Oh, you're talking to the Highlander medic of the season right now.
Yeah, Highlander medic of the season.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that. I
absolutely didn't.
Oh, Highlander's legit, man. I don't know. You haven't played in a year, you say? Highlander is actually pretty decent now. That's my excuse for playing it anyway. But tell me, what do you think we can expect to see here on Viaduct, the first map?
I think it'll actually be quite a good game to watch. Lazy Pandas don't need to worry about losing the game because they're 7 points clear, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice to see it as a relegation battle, but it's just going to be a bit of playing for pride. Saints or Publicly haven't got any points this season, and they're looking to leave without. They're looking to leave without just being bottom of the division. Sorry, with 0 points. Coming out with a bit of pride, so I think both teams are going to be looking to play aggressive. We won't have the sort of stalemate we usually see when teams are afraid to lose. And it could be actually quite an exciting game. We actually just played our warm-up game against. We played their warm-up game against Lazy Pandas just now on the two maps that they've got, and they were playing pretty aggressive, like I'd expect, with people like Sheepy in the team. Aggressive, good DM. And they're really bringing the game to us, and I think Saints will play a similar kind of game with Vanny in the team. He likes to sort of play quite erratically, I suppose, a lot different to most players, and I think the mix-up of the two teams will make it quite an exciting game.
Yeah, I should mention as well that both teams are featuring slight roster changes to the lineup you might have seen during the season, with Vanny stepping in on Pocket here for Saints. Publiclir.se, I guess replacing Rags, I guess, their upcoming Pocket. I'm not sure what that's all about. And then on the Lazy Panda side, we've got Hathakul playing Scout, replacing Lazy Bear, who is the Highlander Scout of the season, and Sheepy coming in for Yang Pai, who went and jumped ship and joined GG Well Played for a shot at the playoffs. Who could blame him, really? But yeah, this game is sort of the punchline to Saints season, maybe. Like, they made a big joke of the fact that they made it into Prem without even having to be in a qualifier. A good YouTube video was floating around at the start of the season celebrating that beautiful moment in TF2, but if they could get some points here, it could let them save a bit of face. Otherwise they'll just have lived up to everyone's expectations. But we're going live here, Spin. Tell me what you see in this first mid.
It looks like the Publicly demos a lot earlier to the middle. I don't know whether they're just trying to play a bit more aggressive. The bomb comes in straight away from Vanny. He's done a lot of damage against the medic, I think, early on. that's a really good pick for him. Like straight away, they're taking down the medic and the demo, but they've lost the scout and soldier in return. It's just down to the scouts, not to see who can clean up, and they're playing quite defensive. The medic does get picked though. It's a great play from no, it was Vanny on scout. Sorry, I thought Vanny was the soldier bombing in at the beginning. Vanny's actually playing scout, and it does come in the clean up with by Pandas, but good early aggression by Publiclir. It's a bit of a shame that they didn't manage to keep it up. Lost their demo medic early, and they kind of just lost the clean-up battle there. Like I said, players like Sheepy, great DM, they can always win those clean-up battles. When it gets a bit messy, they like to lead those.
Yeah, really interesting to note that Denny is running full-time sniper so far, and Vanny, who I expected to be playing a pocket, is going to play scout. They obviously value the double scout over the double soldier here, but both can be effective. Just have to play in different ways. But right now, Publiclir are just bringing their sniper in here to try and get some shots off. Neither team has Uber, so it's a good opportunity to make a play right now whilst the Uber isn't a factor. But the position here of Lazy Pandas is just really smart. They're not putting themselves into the sniper sightline, and they're just allowing Publiclir to come forward, because right now Lazy Pandas are at the spawn disadvantage. Like, if they die right now, it's a bad trade. They take twice as long to spawn almost. And you don't want to give away any easy frags here. This is very smart and solid team play. There's Mookie going to snipe as well. The roamer switching off. So we'll have a sniper versus sniper battle potentially. Oh, he's not paying attention. Derry is going to dome him. And that might encourage some sort of aggression here from Saints. But I don't know why they're not making a play here. The clock is ticking down. They've already lost a minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, they wasted a lot of time, like you say. I think they were just trying to hope that that Denya would get the pick. As soon as he did, they started moving forward. But like you said, they've wasted a lot of time in the interim. The battle's going on now, but it's kind of just both teams not really committing to it. It seems like they're just kind of feeling each other out, but it looks like Publiclir are going to push a bit further forward. Vanny going aggressive. He does get taken down, but after distracting a lot of space, creating a lot of space for his team. It seems like on the flank though, they've just been completely wiped, been cleaned up by Mookie, Hapical, and Sheepy, and yeah, Lazy Pandas just ready to force back, win the point again, and they can sit and defend for what's now only 1 minute 10 before they win the round.
Yeah, they just took that Uber exchange, and then straight after we saw that coordination from Lazy Pandas going forward and cleaning up all those frags. But I think Saints are really struggling to do some good plays, but as I say, that Smear and Caps bomb in together, clean up the combo. Hildreth and Kisakala, both with their backs against the wall, get crushed there. Onkaya back in spawn building is going to have a big advantage, but they've left it all to the last minute. Literally only 40 seconds left here, Spin. This is a high risk play here from Publiclir.se.
Yeah, Zoob just went in for a suicide on the med actually in the spawn and nearly picked him. The door was still open when he went to fire his second rocket, but he got killed just in time. And the medic's actually gone down really early there. Mookie with a huge flank, and that is probably going to put pay to the entire push for Publiclir. But they're going to go aggressive. It looks like they might get the point here. It depends how fast Lady Pandas are. They're going to get the point, so they're still in the game for a moment.
Oh, if they'd waited 1 second longer, Onkaya would have spawned, but they capped and he got that extra spawn time in there. He will get back in the field. He's at a massive Uber disadvantage. This is a great situation here for Lazy Pandas. They can just walk forward here and put some pressure on the point and use these superior spawns. This is what Saints should have been doing whenever the Ubers weren't up for either team, just going forward and getting aggressive, because if they trade that to win for them, like even if they die 1 for 1, they still spawn faster, and it's sort of a war of attrition here. They're going straight in, and Saints, even with the heavy, find themselves outclassed there. They've been crushed with only 15 seconds left until Lazy Pandas will be crowned winners on this first round. It's looking pretty dire here for Publiclir.
Yeah, Publiclir positioning was really weak there. They were sat back too far on their side, and as soon as Lazy Pandas came in, they just dropped off and sat in their valley and just were open to take all the spam, and they just ate it up and got smashed. And the Ubers come in now, but they've got a few picks early, so this isn't actually going too well for them. It looks like Publiclir could win this fight if the DM goes well for them. The medic goes down early, but focusing the medic was probably the wrong thing to do, and it looks like Lazy Pandas two soldiers are going to clean up, and it'll be the rounding for them unless Caps can come in on scout and be a hero, but not going to happen. 1-0 to Lazy Pandas.
Yeah, I just feel like it looked like Publiclir just really didn't have a solid grasp on the dynamics of Viaduct. I don't know, maybe they were just trying something out there. If they just play aggressive in those situations where they don't control the point, a lot of the time they're going to come out ahead. There's Mookie with the fast rollout. He's looking for a sniper, but he's going to find the demo man. Smear craters, but he's still alive. He's got 20 health there. Mookie does get shut down, but meanwhile 3 go down for Publiclir. Cats, Alba and Vanny all dead. And Denny is still playing that sniper, unable to get a pick. The scope whips out the SMG and guns down Sheepy. Onkaya has managed to position himself well enough to get out there, and it's Uber versus Uber, but The point will be capped right now by Lazy Pandas, and again, they'll take control from the start.
Yeah, probably they're playing a really slow middle that time, trying to get their picture of their sniper, but they're coming aggressive in now. They've got Smira quite far forward on the point. He's very isolated from his team at the moment. He's an easy pick for Lazy Pandas, and they're going onto him now, but he's backed away. They haven't got the spam onto him early enough, but it looks like Publiclir are just a bit disjointed. Their scouts go forward and their demo goes forward, and they're not all together at the same time. The Uber has come out now from Lazy Pandas, but they're not really getting a whole lot done with it. They've managed to get, as I say that, they pick on Kaya, holds onto the Uber absolutely forever, and holds on to it for far too long in the end. Sheepy then just getting a pick on 2 players with 1 HP. And yeah, it looks like they're going to clear up the round with their scouts. Demo's actually in. He could be a really late pick here for Smira. Yeah, that's not good for him, but I mean the spawns aren't so bad for them.
Yeah, if he managed to survive, his medic would have been there having just dropped that Uber. I watched it on the Zoom cam, and I could see on Kai's health he had 96. Like he was going to die to a direct or even a close rocket anyway, but he refused to pop and he did die. I think he was hoping to surf that one, but got a little greedy, and right now Saints have taken control of the point. Vanny's gone down already though, but Hildreth is going to walk in, and he's pumping out the damage here, sending his soldiers forwards. There comes the bomb in from Mookie, Knight denied, Pipe and Spears going to shut him down. Kisakala and Zub, the only 2 alive. Kisakala was in deep there, but nobody went for that medic pick. And right now Publiclir playing a little scared of Zub. He's got his buff, he's going to step into Smear, he's switched out the shotgun, gets the force off, and the Uber Kisakala's coming in deep, will surely get chased down here, and that'll be the real mistake from that whole play. If he just ran back whenever Zub bombed in, he probably would have survived, but no, as I say that, in comes the spawns right now from Lazy Pandas, and they are finding frags. Onkai has managed to survive so far, down as though his 30 health. Regen's starting to kick in now for him. He has weathered the storm, and Saints are looking good here. Publiclir coming out on top in that last few engagements.
I actually thought Onkai had gone down really early in that fight, and then surprised to see him stay up at the end. Yeah, they did really well to deal with the spawn, the suicide wave, and Cap's getting a few frags just to clean up. But that's what we've seen when he's played against him. Mookie, where's he playing? Playing the Roamer, or
he's going to play Spy now. He's coming in behind. He's got the choice of Demo, but
the face stab, but Onkai
decides to go for the medic pick and doesn't get it.
He didn't. Onkai too aware, nice and lots of Highlander play. He's not going to be afraid of that kind of stuff. It's a good play from them. They actually ran the same strat against me in the warm up, and picked me. It was a very good strat. But they tend to run these very aggressive suicide waves instead of the slow pushes, which I think are a little bit more common these days. Both soldiers coming in on the right side. I don't know whether they're actually pushing with their medic this time. Kisakala coming up the ramp, which is probably not the best. He's going to have to commit hard with the Uber if he wants to, but they've actually forced it very early from Publiclir. Publiclir is staying forward. Vanny knows that his Uber can block the point a little bit, but they're a little bit disjointed now as the fight comes in. Scouts are on the point for Lazy Pandas. Although the snipe from Denya is perfect, takes down the medic, and that's going to be a huge shift the fight in their favour. Well, they do get the cap. It looks like the longer this fight goes on now, the cap has gone in the favour of Lazy Pandas. The spawns will be Publiclir's, in Publiclir's favour. But it does look like they've won this fight pretty convincingly, in fact, considering how early the medic went down. Yeah, a little bit disappointed from them, but I guess they now have the Uber advantage, so they're going to push.
Yeah, credit to Sheepy for going behind and taking out Denny. He was just slightly too late to save his medic, but then he managed to pick up Alba as well, doing work on that flank. And here come Publiclir on the respawns. Are starting to move forward. The medic doesn't quite have charge yet, but didn't matter last time when he dropped it, baby. Hopefully Onkai is going to produce the goods this time with a successful push. They should be moving forward already. He's hitting 95, almost 100, and the position of Lazy Pandas is pretty defensive. Mookie's going to jump in and get the force and manage to escape as well. Hildreth kills Alba as well, so that Uber not really producing the frags there for Publiclir, and now they're in a dangerous position. Their health isn't great. They've just capped the point, giving up their spawn advantage, and the Uber is just about to be popped off onto Hildreth. Kisakala is trying to encourage him to go forward, but he is dancing around all over the point. Now he's trying to find the medic. He realises Onkai's over there on the right hand side in the attacking perspective. 3 of his teammates have gone down though, and doesn't look good for Publiclir. Oh, as I say that, Vanny comes in behind. Dawes managed to get 2 picks there. Kills the medic Kisakala, then pistols down Zub, and that cap right there from Lazy Pandas is going to mean Publiclir Saints have the advantage here. They have the superior spawns coming in. Mookie gets knocked forward by an air sticky there from the spear, but finished off with another on the floor. Kaya is on decent health here, and I think really good to push spin.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming in actually quite fast on the right side. They picked both the scouts early, and that's going to be huge for them. I don't think the medic's going to be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to pick the medic. Although the soldier's been launched really high. If he had just enough time to fire another rocket, you might have landed on Kai, who's only on 45 HP or so. But they will get the point, and it looks like with only 6 seconds left, Lazy Pandas are going to have to go for bust, and nobody's able, I don't think, so they're going to get the round.
Yeah, forced the Uber, but it's not going to be enough. The cap timer decays, and it's going to be 1-1 here. We've actually got a game in our hands. I knew this was the game we wanted to cast.
Yeah, I hoped it would be close. I mean, like I said, with Saints having such a bad season, don't want to see them go out without a fight. And yeah, like I say, we've got a good game on our hands now. The mid-fight a bit more tentative again from Publiclir. They're sitting quite far back. They're taking a lot of spam from the demo. The bomb comes in from Mookie, but Mookie's, he gets the pick onto Alba actually. I was surprised by that. Alba was on him for a long time, just didn't hit his shots, and he does get the pick. Although Denya now takes down Hafikul, and so it was 1-for-1. Capsules got taken down now as well by Sheepy as he bombed on the medic. I don't know what was that. Denya was all the way forward for a sniper play and just didn't manage to hit it. And Onkai was really far forward here, and he could go down. He doesn't. Some fantastic shots and great defense on the medic there.
Oh, I think Zub whiffed it. Mookie was in, and even though he'd been spotted out, he still managed to get into a lot of pressure onto Onkaya, but Zub jumped in, and his last rocket was a total whiff. Probably could have got the pop or the drop there, but now Uber's being traded on the point. Hildreth has gone down for Lazy Pandas, no demo man up. That means Smear can potentially dictate here, but they've just capped the point, and you see already Kisakala moving forward with Zub. They're trying to get players buffed up so they can play a little aggressive here, use the spawns to their advantage. Now he's going to back off from Hildreth, it seems, and there's a little bit of action going on in the flank. Hafikul and Mookie just trading damage with caps, but no one really wanted to commit to this. There is a sniper on the field, of course. Denia is still running that scope, and that's going to be tough to push against.
Oh, huge shot there. Yeah. I did wonder if you'd seen it. That was a fantastic shot just as he jumps into the Kisakala. But Kisakala just gets caught out a little bit there. He drops down to the lower ground and gets picked by, was it? Oh yeah, I think it was Smira, the demo man for Publiclir. It lands the final shot, and just enough spam in the right direction as well to take down the medic. And it looks like they're actually going to get the cap, which is kind of good for them. They'll get a little bit of time, but it will mean that Publiclir have the better spawns. Manny back on scout again now. He's been switching from soldier to scout this entire game, just as he feels like. I think it's generally if Denya's playing sniper or not. They do get the cap back, and the Ubers are slightly in their favour, ever so slightly. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference depending on how well each team charges. I'll be expecting to see Lazy Pandas make a slow push here, and it looks like they're doing so on the right side. They've got Demo and Scout on the high ground. Kisaka's just playing quite defensive in their house at the moment, but yeah, they're just charging me. But I guess they're just feeling them out, see if they can get a pick.
Mookie again running the spy. He's positioned himself near the sniper. Look at him hopping over on the little ledge. They're trying to get up behind and pick that sniper. Now he's changed his mind. He wants to go for the medic, but takes his opportunity this time to kill the demo man when he realizes he couldn't get on Kaji. He's going to leave that frag for his teammate. Zub bombed in, killed off that Publiclir medic. And as things sort of calm down a little bit here, it's actually Publiclir who've weathered the storm once again. No cap time put on there, but they did lose their medic. But still, the cap timer ticking down in their favour, and they might be able to get the force off here as they shrine the bomb in.
Denny with a big couple of body shots that actually kept him in the game there. I think he took down Mookie and Hafikul and managed to stay alive for a long time while the demo was attacking him, which allowed Caps to get that pick. They should just walk straight in here though. Like I say, they weren't ready to commit to defend the point, and Lazy Pandas have capitalised. They've got the point. They've got the heavy on the point now, so it's going to be a lot harder for Publiclir to try and push in. They won't be able to bomb so easily, and it will definitely come down to how well they use a sniper. As I say that, he's not even on sniper now. He's gone back to scout, so they actually are going to send the suicide wave in, which I think is, I was going to say is incredibly unwise, but actually Kisakala drops the Uber, and despite having the faith in his team that he wouldn't need to use it, he has actually gone down, and yeah, they're not looking in a good position at all now. Publiclir will be ready to take the fight to them as soon as they have their spawners.
The heavy sniper would be real effective, but I feel like the Lazy Pandas positioning was all wrong there. Much safer to just like play with your medic and heavy back on the cliff at them. Like let the red players run through the gunpowder of your other 4 players and then try and kill your medic against the heavy. Might have been a little more effective, but they put the fight out in the open there, and like Heavy can only really fight one person at a time, and it made it easy for them to just bomb in and swarm them. But right now, Kisakala is back on the field. The Uber was used there by Onkaya as they push towards the point, but not really that much of an advantage, and the clock is ticking down here. Publiclir.se looking good for this round as well.
Yeah, they started off a little bit weak, but they've definitely got themselves together a little bit. I think having Vanny in the team is probably helping him. He's often calls a lot more, and he is top scoring at the moment, so he's doing well for them. He's getting work done. The push is coming in from Lazy Pandas, but it's really lackluster at the moment. Kisakala doesn't have the Uber, he's taking a lot of damage, and Caps just doesn't manage to take him down. He'll do with a big shot and pipe to the face while he was mid-air, and that will keep Kisakala alive for the time being. He does have his Uber now, but they're definitely trying not to use it. The fight's going on, and yeah, it looks like Happy Cool's actually they're actually going to be able to force him out without using it. Kisakala doing great work in the end to stay alive, keep his Uber, and the bomb actually comes in from Smearer, but he doesn't get anything either. Zoob taking him down nice and calmly, and yeah, Lazy Panda's now on the point with the Uber advantage, or with the Uber. It's going to be Uber versus Uber very shortly, and yeah, they did well, I think, with Uber in that fight.
Yeah, both teams playing quite cagey. Like equally, I feel like Lazy Pandas could have just pushed forward there when they actually had the Uber advantage and killed off all those Publiclir players who were just standing watching them, but they were worried about capping the point. But I mean, doing the other would have bought them a lot more time. Now they're in an Uber versus Uber battle, and this next engagement is going to be crucial, probably dictate the winner of the round. They're going to let them cap the point a little bit before moving forward. There's a spy in the field, but the Ubers have been popped off, and Denny will be cleaned up by Hafiko, and Publiclir yet to find a frag in this engagement, and that's not good for them. They are slowly but surely being pushed back. Big air shot there from Caps onto Zub, but Mookie's in for the cleanup. He's going to get shut down by Vanny, and Vanny is now in onto Kisakala, who's managed to dodge a little bit, popping off crossbow bolts there, but it's Sheepy who gets the frag. Denia from beyond the grave is going to kill off Kisakala, but the clock is still ticking down. It could go either way here. That's going to be a long spawn for Kisakala. No heals here for the rest of his team. They should probably just back out and try and take it when they have. This is going to be a little crazy here. They need to hit big shots, do a lot of damage, or just wait for their medic. And it's going to be very close to the wire though, Spin.
Yeah, they're going to have to play really aggressive now, and this is what I like about Pandas. It's the end of the rounds. Mookie with a big kill there onto Caps into the flank. Vanny goes down as well, and it's looking like it's going away of Lazy Pandas. 4 kills already with none in response. Publiclir are definitely going to lose this fight, and they do get the one scout down, Smearer with the stickies as well as the help with the heavies. But with 6 seconds left, can they actually defend it? I don't think they can. I think it's all over. The soldiers are chasing from spawn, but they really just got overwhelmed in that last fight. And credit to Lazy Pandas, they've it's won in the round.
Yeah, that was a really smart play there from the Lazy Pandas flank. They just took that opportunity to stack the flank. They sent 3 or 4 guys through there and manhandled them, and those players from Saints would have been better blobbing up around their medic, but they got picked off and things just slid away from there. But we're on here to the 4th middle, 2-1 to Lazy Pandas. We're going to see Caps jump behind. He's putting a little pressure onto Sheepy. He seems oblivious to the fact he's there. Meanwhile, Smear has been picked up by Mookie, the roamer for Lazy Pandas. Highlander soldier of the season in there doing work. Publiclir seem to be struggling a little bit in this one. Onkaya still alive. He's on the field and he's backing out towards spawn, but they might have to give up the point here. No one's even capping it yet though, so not going to be that much time earned for Lazy Pandas as their medic died, and Saints Publiclir.se will be pushing momentarily, you would expect, Spin.
Yeah, Cap's time to jump really well. The scout was on the medic, he jumped in, picked the soldier that was defending him, I think, or the scout that was defending him, and then chased Kisakala, who surfed the rocket, managed to pick him as well. So yeah, keeping his team in it, and like you said, they capped the point really, really late, so it's only 17 seconds that they managed to get out of this, and it looks like Publiclir are going to sit quite far forward this time, which is a hole we haven't seen so far in this game.
Yeah, this can be really effective. This is interesting. One forward hold they're trying to use here. Other teams, you'll see the demo will hold the door on the left, the sort of tiny exit, and they'll play 2 soldiers on the right, but they're just playing quite far back. It's a forward hold, but they're not really committing that much to it. They're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. Oh, here's the spy again from Mookie. He's coming in behind the thing. Onkaya sees it. No, he's going to stab Smear again. And Caps will clean up that spy threat. Onkaya has managed to hold on to his charge as well. Hasn't even lost a single piece of health there from that suicide wave. Kisakala's got his Uber as well, so this next push we're going to see from Lazy Pandas will be a proper commitment. Now, what you would hope to see here is a big on the flank. The Uber's being traded off around the point, and then watch the flank for the main action. Here comes Zub with Kisakala moving forward. slowly but surely, but Denia, the headshot rings out across the map. Mookie's already down, that's going to weaken their flank fight. And the pop off here from Onkaya. Lots of flashes though, so Zub has an opportunity to go balls deep here and just try and do as much damage as possible for his team. And this is the moment to do it once he still has the spawn advantage. He's hitting hard here. Oh, he's wrecking hits left, right and centre. Smear caps Denia all down to Big Zub. Oh, that's how you do it. Finish time, baby.
Yeah, huge play. I just wanted to see if he got the final pick. I think he got 4 kills in that fight with Zub there. So, like you said, the flashing all the Ubers there, it didn't actually work out for them. Zub managing to play the kind of pocket role that we used to see from Zebazai. I don't know if he's still playing like that, but taking all of the Uber and doing great work with it. And yeah, the team managed to keep win the fight, keep the midpoint, and they are still chasing in terms of time. But yeah, they looked commanding in that last fight.
Yeah, Zub is their caller as well, I believe. I think Hildreth has some input, but I think Zub is the main voice on the lazy Pandas side. Here comes Smear jumping up almost as far as the cliff there on THP, gets shut down. Good protection there, and it looks like Kiskala is going to get his charge out. Onkai is still back in spawn building that suicide wave from Publiclir, not very effective. No Uber force, no cap or anything, and we're going to see a big Uber engagement coming up now. Mookie's going to snipe though, and he's coming up on the left on the blue perspective. He's going to be sniping across to the cliff. He's looking for Denia, but right now Denia isn't playing sniper, and if he doesn't hit a shot here, he could be an easy pick on the flank. He's watching through that left hand door trying to find the soldier. He's been spotted out as well, so Publiclir know what to do here. If they can trade Ubers on the point and just try and brush down that sniper on their right, it might work out well. If the Uber gets popped up first on the Zub again, a single Uber here, and you see a lot of Publiclir players backing out. Already Caps and Vanny are dead. Denny is going to die as well, and just seems like the game plan or the idea of what the Publiclir flank should be doing in the pushes is a little bit out of sync, or it's not very effective.
Yeah, I won't lie, I'm actually kind of finding it hard to see why they're losing. Like, it doesn't seem to be in the actual fight, it seems to be like on the flank, or you know, like you said, all the action's happening away from where the Ubers are. I think Onkaya is being too conservative with his Ubers, trying too hard to hold on to it, and they end up losing people where they wouldn't have to. Smear with a huge air shot to Zub just then, and Denier once again getting a pick onto Sheepy, and you know, his picks are really keeping him in the game. In my opinion, they would be losing a lot more fights if they weren't getting 1-2 picks that he's getting in almost every single exchange. And another pick, yeah, there once again headshot onto Mookie, and their sniper's completely nullified by that, and it means that they're going to get the cap. They're going to be able to sit on the point now and try and hold it out for another 1 minute and 13 seconds. And it's possible. I think that there'll be a few more exchanges before this round's over. But yeah, I think Lazy Pandas will actually fancy their chances here. They're going to come forward and probably try and force the Uber. Actually, Kisakala's quite far forward, which is unusual for them. I was expecting a suicide wave, but they're actually just going to play a slow push. I want to see what Onkaya does now. They have the heavy, but he's sat really far back, and I think this is like what you said before. They can use their spawn advantages to make the fight last a long time and get the picks and just win the fight by the fact that their spawns are better. And they're definitely doing this now. They've nearly had the Uber in fact, and Onkaya could have used his Uber a long time ago to chase them down, but they're really just making this fight, just dragging this fight on. And Hildreth does go down, which is going to give them a lot less power in this fight, and so they are going to back off. But yeah, it was a nice effort from them, and I think I would have liked to see Onkaya actually be a bit more aggressive with the Uber there and take the picks, especially on Kisakala when he was so far forward.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it, but some of the weird thing about Koth as well is that sometimes just holding your Uber is the best thing to do, because the whole time that you're having an Uber advantage, if you just let it run away, that's more time on the clock, and Saints have decided to take that path, and right now they are onto overtime here, and Lazy Pandas can't even get any players on the point. It's going to be 2-2. Like, I agree with what you're saying there, because I was looking at that and I was like, oh, he's so close, why don't you just go for it? But that's like almost what Lazy Pandas want you to do. It's like they're putting their medic out there as a little bit of bait. Maybe you go in Uber and you get him, maybe you don't, but either way the spawns are still in their favour and they can make a go of it. But because Onkaya sat back and held it, he just ran the clock down. But right now we're on to the 5th and final middle, and it's looking good for Publiclir so far. Athical and Hildreth go down, but Smear's down as well, and Alba, Scouts and Demos going down on both sides. There's action behind. Mookie's up top on China there. He's going to bomb in. Onkaja, the direct rocket! Onkaja going to go down to Mookie there with the direct. Couldn't dodge that one. And this fight continues. Neither team at the point yet, so the spawns are equal here. Alba onto Sheepy. Sheepy on 20 health will get cleaned up. And there you see Hafiko trying to take the fight against Smear, but Smear 29 is going to back off. Alba goes in thinking his demo man's still with him, but he's going to get cleaned up as well. It looks like Lazy Pandas will begin the cap here.
Yeah, once again it's kind of like a really long bite at the beginning, and still neither team has caps, and they're just kind of, yeah, just this war of attrition, seeing who can actually just get the picks. They're all doing the damage but not really getting the kills, and the bomb comes in from caps, but it's not effective enough. He'll just manage to get the pick, and I think Vanny actually went down in the process, I think, by the same sticky. Zero goes in very late, and he actually gets killed by Kisakala's crossbow, so just to stamp his authority on surviving that suicide wave, he's managed to get the final kill. But yeah, I know what you were saying before. I actually realised it was caps that switched to heavy, so they didn't have any soldiers to bomb, so chasing would have been really difficult probably with the scouts. So what you said is probably right. Just holding on to the Uber like they did, they actually managed to waste a lot of the time on the clock.
Oh, here comes more aggression from Publiclir. They're going in for the fourth here. Kisakala surfing like a boss drops down just below the cliff to pick up the kit as well, and there's just body strewn left, right and centre here, mostly red though, as Publiclir failed to get the pop onto Kisakala. This guy, he is too strong, nerves of steel, he's going to hold on, and now it looks like Publiclir will be committing to a push. They're going to take it slow though. They've got Denia up top there running the sniper. He's about to charge up a shot and Peak pops one off, but doesn't connect the head. As I say that, reloads, kills Hildreth, and now with no demo man here, there's a lot of spam power missing for Lazy Pandas, and this is really smart what Lazy Pandas are doing. They're not even going to take that fight. They're just going to say, we'll back out, we still have Uber, we can push pretty much immediately, but there's no point in doing it until we have all 6 players up. So now with Hildreth back up, they're going to go in and take this fight, and their Uber trades have been pretty good so far, so you have to be confident for them here, or they have to feel confident at least going into this one. Caps is actually forced the Uber here. Half a kill and Zub standing there oblivious to the fact there's a soldier above and spamming out rockets, so I think I jinxed it. Probably they could be looking good here. They're at least hold on to the point and continuing to run that clock down. Caps has gone in and died though, but the health on all these Lazy Pandas players, Cheapy, Kisakala and Half a Kill, all super weak there. Now they're starting to pick up kits and get buffed, but they're too weak to commit to this push, and the clock continues to tick down here. Oh, Mickey's in deep here, spin though, but it looks like Publiclir are going to begin to back out. On Catch is looking for the spawn. Denia is not going to make it though, and they gave up the point eventually, but they got a lot of time there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame though. I think I'm not really liking the Publiclir hold when they're actually in the fight. They sit really far back behind the rock, and all it takes is just a little bit of spam from Lazy Pandas to shut them down, and they just sit there and wait for the spam. They could move forward and get themselves to a better position, I feel. And a couple of these fights I think could have gone the opposite way, especially like you said, they had everybody weak, and if they just committed a little bit harder they would have got the picks, but they're trying to be a little bit cautious. And once again the Ubers come out, and like you said, the Uber exchange has generally been good, and it's for this reason Onkaya is spreading his Uber out very, very thinly, and Kisakala is trying to keep it solo. And this is what I mean, is they're going forward now into this position, but Kisakala's been caught out here by Smira on the flank. And will he go down? He's very, very weak, and he does. He gets taken down by, I think it was, Vanny in the end, on Soldier this time. He manages to connect with a shotgun after he's been called weak by Smira. But after all that, it still seems like Lazy Pandas will keep a hold of the point, and they're gathering, a considerable lead now, and it's not the kind of lead you want to go into as we want to have against you in the last round, because it puts all the pressure on you to perform. Where when you've got a few minutes to play with, you can just sort of feel out the fights and take the ones you need to fight. But when you're forced to fight all the time with this kind of disadvantage, it puts you in a bad position, I feel.
Seems like they've got a plan there. Onkaya has decided to switch up the crits. He's going to have a big advantage here, so we may actually see Saints with some aggressive play. But already they've got a few weak players here. A lot of red health I see on the HUD. And this is the all-important time when you need to be keeping that health up. But they've actually baited the push out of Lazy Pandas. Hildreth commits and goes down to a sticky there, but they didn't manage to find Kisakala, so now there will be an Uber push coming up. And Lazy Pandas know that the crits is no longer a threat. They know that they have crits as well, so they can keep a time on that. They will be in a pretty comfortable position here. They already have about a 50-second buffer. They're still in the lead. Now they're going to commit with the Uber. Let's see how Publiclir deal with this. They're just going to run away.
They're playing quite aggressive on the flank, but he gets taken down. Sorry, it was Vanny. He gets taken down very, very quickly.
Zub's in onto Onkaya. He's Onkaya on 5 health, got a headshot at a rocket from above there. Zub's going to be furious he didn't get that kill, but he read the sort of jukes there from Onkaya perfectly. He knew he was going high, so he jumped up behind him onto China, but didn't get that pick. And even though Lazy Pandas have capped the point, they've given away the superior spawns. And here comes the crits in from Smear and Onkaya. They just popped it off anyway, because they know they can probably get another one up in time, but they've retaken the point. But look at that, 14 seconds on the blue clock. Now the red clock ticks past 45. It's going to be a very close finish here. Could be crits versus Uber, but already we're going to see Lazy Pandas moving in on their man advantage. 2 players are down for Publiclir, and they're just getting back on the field now.
Yeah, no charge for either team yet, so it's Uber, no Ubers for either team, and Kisakala's going to have his first, so it looks like, well, I don't think Onkaya and his team can afford to back out here, so they're going to try and commit to the fight. Scouts go in and both of them get taken down, including the demo as well. It's all down, it's just Onkaya and Caps, Onkaya is down, Caps is up as heavy, and there's Vanny up, but with only 5 seconds left, it looks like the first map's going to go towards the way of Lazy Pandas.
Yeah, they just gave away those 2 cheap frags. There's 2 players down right there at the point when they needed 6 up to defend and make it difficult for Lazy Pandas to Uber in. I mean, like, I know it's tempting to think you can force the Uber and be a hero, but it's so much easier to do it if you just play with the other 5 players on your team. But Saints didn't manage to get any points on this, the first map. We'll take a look at the logs here as we move forward to Snake War, but I'm interested because the logs on Provac are always a little bit hard to read, you know. Quite often you'll see a lot of suicide waves and whatever, but let's see who at least is hitting their shots and doing damage, I guess. Can I bring it up in time? That is the question.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me myself, so you'll have to do all the analysis here.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll share it with you once I find it. I'm trying to guess here, and oh, that's the one from the other game. Oh yeah, I should mention as well, there's actually maybe a more interesting game right now on TFTV. Some people would say on the main channel, you know, but I think we picked the right game. Still struggling to find these logs. I'm gonna have to search by player here. Hildreth, he's my boy. Who stood out for you there? And I'll let you tell me who you thought played well, and then I'll tell you who actually played well via the logs.
Well, Denya was getting plenty of picks, like I said. He was, you know, in almost every fight, he was pretty instrumental. I think Vanny was playing quite well. He was pretty aggressive, and he was capping for his team, but that's for Publiclir. Zoob obviously was huge for Lazy Pandas. He was, you know, we saw him in that one Uber getting his 4-man, and in a lot of the others he was staying alive, doing what he needed, getting the damage out, I think. And yeah, so I'd say Zoob was pretty instrumental for them. But Denya on the other.
Yeah, it seemed to be the heavy classes of Lazy Pandas doing the heavy lifting, and that's something I think I've seen throughout the season. In terms of damage, I suppose that's what you'd expect, but there's Hildreth, Zoob and Mookie all doing work. 36 frags for both soldiers there on the Lazy Pandas side. Sheepy coming up with 28 and putting out a very respectable kills and assists per death ratio. Playing very efficiently there, 28 frags, 16 assists and 15 deaths. Scout can be so effective if you're staying on top of all those flank players, denying the roamers, etc. And he seemed to play that one pretty well. Zoob as well, with a great performance there. Uber drops for both sides as well, just looking at the medic stats here. Onkaya ahead with 2 drops, but we did see also Kisakala dropping 1 as well, but 4 mids, 4 of the mid fights went to Lazy Pandas or Highlander representatives, so maybe that's something we're going to see continue on Snake. Or any other interesting stats you can see jumping out at you there?
Not in particular, but like I was saying before about the mid fight, so they were trying to get space for Denya to find his picks, and I think that was the only time he really wasn't finding them, was on the mid fight. He just didn't get the kills early like he did on a lot of the other exchanges, and I think that was the reason they were trying to hold out pretty much solely for that. And yeah, when they didn't get them, they were left in a very passive position where Lazy Pandas could just come onto them, put the pressure on, and force them out.
I got a stat for you here. I'm just looking at the med picks. Mookie gets the most med picks out of anyone, 9 med picks, then Vanny with 6, but Denia playing sniper, they only managed to get 2 med picks. And just looking at his sniper performance in general, 20 frags, 14 deaths. Was it worthwhile? I'm not sure.
25 to 14 deaths for Denia, did you say?
On Sniper, just on Sniper in particular. But yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I feel like he was doing a lot of work, but I think they could have done better with. Well, I don't know, because they had Vanny on scout a lot, so I can't really say that they would have done better with 2 scouts. But I think maybe they would have done better with Denia and Alba on scout, and maybe Vanny on soldier like we've seen him before. But I guess that's just how they wanted to run it. They wanted to see if they can get the picks. I guess they're used to playing sniper, and I mean, Denia did alright. But yeah, I think just having the actual fight potential, having the 3 sort of combat classes would have been a bit better for them in the exchanges.
I don't think we had the logs up there on stream. Apologies, but I should have mentioned this is Sideshow's streaming.